Welcome to the show that delivers all the delicious topics. Everything is on the menu. We go inside the culture from artists to A&Rs, managers and memes. We may talk about entrepreneurship, sports, politics, current events, even relationships. I am your host, Lance Arrington, along with my co-host.
I'm Your Majesty.
And this is the Hip Hop Diner. What up?
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
What's going on?
Nothing. Just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Another episode.
We
on a roll.
We made it. Yeah, we on the roll. We flying by the seat of our pants today. We on Demon Time.
We on episode 5 already.
That's good.
It is good.
Yeah.
But I mean, like prior to now, we were...
Got the episode 5 quick.
No, but like prior to us recording and doing this, we were doing stuff without actually posting it.
So we've been doing this for like a year now, honestly.
Yeah, we actually have.
Yeah.
But now it's...
like more visible to everybody else.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. We came a little bit of a way.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in now. Shout out to everybody that will tune in.
Yeah.
As we grow and do our thing.
Yeah, because we definitely be doing this behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And never posting stuff.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, we covered a lot of different topics. Well, I guess we
that
got
nobody ever heard of.
I know. I guess we got to recover them or something, bring them back.
Yeah, we'll have to spin the block on some of the topics that we talked about behind the scenes. And
yeah, one of the topics was spinning the block.
Nah, but we ain't talk about that. Like, that was just a conversation me and you had. That wasn't nothing that we recorded before.
Yeah.
We talked about a few other things.
Yeah, what was it?
Best friends, deal breakers.
Barbecue
etiquette.
Yes. Buying gifts.
Oh yeah, buying gifts for the other. Yeah,
for the other parent if you're in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah, so we had quite a few conversations that we'll have to talk about again, and everybody else hear it.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we on episode 5, and it feels good.
I'm glad. Yeah.
How was your week?
It's cool, busy.
Per usual.
Yeah, I got a couple of days off coming up. I am not obligated to do anything. So,
what are you going to do? You need to book a flight somewhere.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
You need to book a flight somewhere.
That'll probably happen in August.
Why do I feel like the last time you went somewhere was when you went to visit your sister?
Yeah, I actually flew somewhere. Yes, to Texas. Yeah, I've driven a few places since then, but getting on a flight was Texas. So yeah, I'm due for one.
Yeah, you're due.
Yeah.
You should have been planning that when you knew you was gonna be off.
I don't think that far ahead, unfortunately.
It's all right.
When I do think far ahead, it's not about those things. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not in my head planning a trip. Like I'm on episode 400 in my head here.
Well, I think that you should take a last minute flight somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. I've took a last minute flight.
So I got up until the middle of August before I'm obligated back on Mondays and Tuesdays. So I'll figure it out.
Please do.
Definitely.
Please do.
Yeah.
For my sake, please do. Go somewhere.
And it's gonna be by myself too. I think I want to
traveling by yourself is so much better. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like I started traveling by myself, and I swear I don't want to travel with nobody no more. Like I want to go on solo trips. I don't feel like being bothered with nobody.
I know, right? So
it's just easier.
I've never done it. Like I've never taken a trip somewhere by myself, like flew somewhere and just stayed somewhere. Nope.
Honey, let me tell you, you can't pay me to have somebody come with me no more.
I've always.
Where would you want to go by yourself? Like if you say, you know what, I got a few days off, I'm gonna book a flight. Where would you want to go by yourself? Where would you feel comfortable going? Because some people, scared to go to certain places by themselves.
I mean, I feel comfortable moving anywhere by myself. Like. Preferably somewhere that I could fly into with my firearm. But, yeah, because, some people aren't a Pennsylvania license to carry, and you could take it on the flight as long as you put it in the proper TSA carry-on kit. Well, lock, you can't carry it on.
Lockbox?
Yeah,
in your suitcase or something?
Well, no, they check it in.
I ain't never heard of these rules before in my life.
Yeah. You better exercise, what is it, Second Amendment right? Or something, whatever.
I didn't know that you could even put a firearm on a plane. Period. Like with rules or like.
Yeah, as long as you can't walk on it with your purse and
carry on.
Yeah, you can't put it in your carry on.
But just the simple fact that you can put it on a plane and take it somewhere. Period. You just taught me something new, and not too long ago I just learned that kids can fly like by themselves, but with a flight.
like a chaperone.
I didn't know that either.
Oh yeah, little kids been flying by themselves for a long ass time.
I never knew that. I never even knew that was a thing that was like a thing. So I mean, I just started flying as an adult. Like I just started flying as an adult, so I guess I'm now learning the rules of the air, kind of sort of.
I've had a few. I had a younger cousin that used to fly. Like, of course, like we talk about relationships a lot. So when you had one parent living on one coast, another one living on the other,
the kid got to get over there.
Oh yeah, and I'm not coming with him.
Now, I know you wouldn't do that.
Huh?
I know you wouldn't do that.
No, I'm too. Yeah, no.
I would
never
putting,
do.
You're not putting Ella and Taco on no flight by themselves.
No, you just stressed my soul, making me think about that.
I think Taco would be a good chaperone to Ella, and they would get their
they
state.
could. Yeah, now that he's
king now.
Yeah, so
with facial hair.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah, I would. I still prefer to go, but if push came to shove and I really had to do it, at the very least, y'all going together. You know what I'm saying? But definitely not individually, and definitely not my mama's.
Oh no, absolutely
That's
not.
Crazy. Like,
no.
Yeah, like somebody. I was just listening to something. The kid. I think he's an adult now, but he's suing one of the airlines for being essayed on one of the flights when he was 16 years old. He was flying by himself. And actually, those incidents happen a lot, actually.
I heard something about a kid somebody got sued for putting the kid on the wrong flight. Like the kid got on the wrong flight.
Yeah, I heard about that. And then they had to like, the grandmom or something had to fly and meet them halfway. Yeah, I would sue you also because I'm putting like at the very least, y'all, like, come on.
Right.
Like, come on. Let's tighten up.
Yeah. That's a huge responsibility.
Listen.
That's your job. So
Taco got lost in the school. The one time I put that boy in the school bus, I drive so they pick him up, he leave, I drive, and I'm just gonna drive to the school and meet the school bus there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm standing there, and those buses coming, kids getting off, Taco not getting off the bus. Boom, bus pull up. Kids getting off, Taco not on the bus. So I go into school and I'm like, what time the bus? They like, that's all the buses. That's what they said. They like, that's all the buses. It can't be all the buses because my son didn't get here yet. Like, how is that all the buses? I'm confused.
Y'all got a late bus somewhere?
Yeah, so they like, no, that's all the buses. So they calling around. And then at one point they called the dispatch and they like, yeah. So long story short, they didn't realize this bus was running late. And for some reason, they didn't even realize this bus was running that route that day. So when they called dispatch and they saying that all the buses was done, that was an incorrect statement. So when I hear that, like I came to tears.
Right. Because
where's my son?
Right.
Two is, I got to call his mom and tell him that, right? And I'm crying for y'all. Like I'm really crying for y'all also because shit is about to get real hectic in this job.
I bet.
It's about to be real crazy in here.
It's about to be some nasty work.
So, like, everybody should just shed a tear and prepare yourselves for when that woman come in here and
cause havoc.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody's going to make it out of the school today.
And so
soon as I call her, I'm standing at the door and the bus pull up and I see his face.
Like through the window.
Yes. In the relief. So for that.
Did you even get to tell her before, like, or
I feel, I'm trying to remember that part. I feel like I was on the phone with her saying it as
he was pulling up.
So she was like, she didn't experience the full panic that I experienced.
Of course.
Because that was like 20 minute to a half an hour ordeal. And that's the scariest thing that I probably ever had to deal with my kids because that's the one time. And then I start thinking to myself, like, damn, this would, like, if somebody was riding around if they wanted to kidnap a kid, the first day of school with a fake school bus would be the best time to do it. And I'm like, did I just give my kid
to
Kidnapper?
Yeah. So my kids have yet to. Okay. So like school field trips, they've been on a school bus, but like taking a school bus to school, they have not experienced yet. They are still being driven to and picked up from school.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not. I feel as though because of my work schedule, I have the work schedule that I do to accommodate them to be able to pick up and drop my kids off so they don't have to take a bus.
Prolong
so
that as much as possible.
I feel like as long as I have the schedule that I do, regardless, up all the way up to high school, I'm going to take and pick my kids up. I don't care about no bus. Like, it's no reason why I work at the time that I do and I'm putting you on a bus.
Exactly.
It's no reason.
I mean, it happens all the time because people want to go back to sleep. But, you know, I'm not here to,
I go back to sleep when I get home.
Everybody got different parenting habits, you know?
Yeah. I as much as I can avoid them taking a school bus, is no reason why I shouldn't be able to take them and pick them up every day. Because I literally changed my work schedule for that reason. So it's no reason I should ever put my kids on the bus. I'm not even signing them up for the bus schedule. Don't send me nothing talking about this day bus and this day corner. I don't care because they're not getting on it.
Yeah.
And then at one point they was paying you to take your kids to school anyway.
Yeah.
They was paying you every month.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, at one point the kids went homeschooling for a little while. So, you know, we weren't even dealing with all of that.
And it's a shortage of bus drivers in Philly anyway. That's why they had that program where they was paying the parents to take them to school anyway. So
yeah, I mean, a lot of companies, like if you were a forward thinking person, you got yourself a van and you started a transportation LLC. You went and got your
CDL.
Not even, you don't even need a CDL. You went and got your child background checks and all of that. And then and you offered your services to picking kids up.
Yeah.
And you made a couple dollars off of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure somebody was subsidizing that also at some point because I seen it in the neighborhoods.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a lot of kids in the neighborhood and they go to a neighborhood school and you
one of the ladies down the street
get the kids to school.
Yeah, one of the ladies down the street was from me when I was living up top. She started one of those. I walked past another one down in the University City section. They turned that like a little one of them short school buses. Yeah, they got that painted, and you know, I'm not going to state the name of it or nothing because you know whatever. But yeah,
they turned into a
transportation vehicle, and it's actually for like extracurricular activities. So like kids need to get to soccer, kids need to baseball practice, all that stuff that's inconvenient in the evening time when you still at work.
Or trying to
I love the way how everything for kids start at the time like you getting off of work. It's like, how am I going to
get from
like
point A, pick
B
you up
to C?
Then, to get you to practice or whatever on.
Exactly. So having flexible work schedules, working on your own and all of that, that was those can be, like you said, you take advantage of those times when you got kids, so you don't have to. Well, one, so you can spend time with your kids because they grow up so fast. You know what I'm saying? And two, it's more convenient and it's cheaper.
I feel like they always say you should have a schedule. Your schedule revolves around your kids. Like people say that. Like,
I mean, it should. You should find. Hopefully, you can find a balance. You know what I'm saying? But
or you have a good support. Walking to school by themselves.
I mean, I come from a generation where that was you got your own house key when you was 8 years old, and you made it happen. You get what I'm saying?
And then during the summertime, your parent is walking you the route. Like this is the way you go.
Say all the time, like we raised ourselves to a certain extent.
I don't like that. I don't like seeing like little kids walking.
Not where, my parents, they would take us to school, like depending on what part of our life we were in. You know what I'm saying? Whether they needed to take us to our grandparents' house and then we caught the school bus from there, or it wasn't that my parents worked. They worked a lot, so it was rare that they actually got to drive us to school. And then my dad was cool. Every time he every time he drove us to school, we ended up not going to school. Like that's the type of that. I'm like, he like, y'all want to go? No, we ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like they weren't there and they still lived their life. You know what I'm saying? But they made sure we was good. We spent a lot of time at our grandparents' house. All our cousins did. Like that's everybody was at grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as going back and forth to school, catching SEPTA, all of that type stuff, you was outside with it. It wasn't no. The most I remember my mom saying like, listen, we going during the summertime, we gonna catch the bus. I'm gonna teach you this route. And that's gonna be that.
Now, I never took SEPTA to school or from school or nothing like that. I honestly, because of my mom's work schedule, used to have to go to after school programs. And I used to hate it. I'm like, bruh, I'm not trying to sit in school for another 3 hours. Like, I'm ready to go home. I used to get so jealous when they used to dismiss the kids and they would go outside to their parents to get in the car and go home. And now I got to go to after school program for about 3 hours till you get off. Like, I used to hate that. I could not wait to start walking to school. And let me tell you, when I started walking to school,
see,
I got there when I felt like it.
See, now the craziness starts.
It caught up to me. Let me tell you, when I got my last report card, that joint said like 30 latenesses.
Like, what time you getting to school, sis?
Because my mom would leave out before me, so it's like, I'm gonna get there when I get there. Like, I ain't in no rush to get to school. So I kind of ran wild a little bit with the responsibility of getting myself to and from school because I felt like after school, I always had to be stuck in the after school program. So now that I got the freedom, I'm going to move on my own time.
I hear you.
That's how it was. So
yeah,
then when I went to high school, I took a school bus because I went to school in Jersey and ain't no SEPTA buses in New Jersey. So
oh yeah, I always went to school in the city.
So you have to take a school, like every high school was assigned a school bus for your like development. So I had no choice. So I always had transportation getting to high school. And yeah, I never had to take SEPTA to school. And I actually like taking my kids to school. I don't like the drive because my kids' school is a little ways out from where I live at. But I like that I am able to take them and pick them up and they don't feel like they have to be in school longer than they need to be. Yeah. Like, I just feel like an after school program is.
Yeah, they can see like where the kids going now, they after their school, it's like the school district is such a rural area that it's kind of like you need a car. There's no walking. You need it's either going to be bus or y'all dropping them off. What y'all doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't going to be no walking down the road type shit.
Right, because ain't nothing but grass and street, right?
Yeah,
ain't no sidewalks.
It's definitely no sidewalks.
Yeah,
so walking with the fucking deers and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I always just remember waking up early. Like, I always had to wake up early. That's what I remember of my childhood. Like, my whole life, I just had to wake up early all the time. Like, really, like, as long as I can remember, I've been waking up. The time I always say is 5:30. Like, I always remember that being the time. Parents had to be to work. We got to get up 5:30. You got to be up. Like, my mom would wake me up, and then she would go get in the shower. And then I would go in the bathroom, lay back on the floor, go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how early it was. Like, it's always been early. Like, and then when I got to high school, I was up before everybody because I had to catch damn near for like 30 buses to get to school. Because I'm coming from Southwest. Gotta get up north.
That's a ways.
Yeah.
That's a ways. Speaking of, I just thought of something because I seen something on Facebook the other day. I know that your son is older than your daughter. Do you remember like, or if I don't know if you do yet, but if you do you, well, let me ask you this. Do you know if their mom has like started leaving them home alone for a little bit?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
when did y'all start? Like, I know it had to be on Tyler, your son.
We talk about co-parenting all the time.
Yeah.
Like, she slid that. It was like, it's cool when they do it, but when I do it, you know what I'm saying? So, like, with my schedule, like, I was on that time earlier than she was. Like,
okay.
Yo, they need to start, he of age now. Like,
what age was he when you started feeling comfortable, like, leaving him responsible for him and your daughter to be home alone for a little bit?
12 going into 13.
12 going into 13.
Yeah, 12 going in. I think like 12, 11. Even if I like, I mean, the thing about kids nowadays, they not as active and rambunctious as they
getting into stuff in the house. You got
like
about.
you couldn't leave us at home by like this shit gonna be burnt down by the time you get back. Somebody gonna be dead, shot. You know what I'm saying? Like something gonna happen. But yeah, like they be on their phone. So if I gotta run to the market real fast, as long as you ain't touching something hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I asked because I'm gonna pull it up because they have like a whole like time, like an age.
Because
I'm
like again, I mean, she knew she was being left home earlier than because they mom used to babysit all her little cousins and everything when she was at a young age. Like that's just where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all staying home. We got stuff to do. So
here's the breakdown, and it's called Child Supervision Guidelines. So it has child age and time limit. So you got 0 to 8 years old. They cannot be left unsupervised.
0 to 8, yeah, I agree with that.
9 to 10, no more than 1.5 hours alone.
I agree with that. My nerves can't take more than that anyway.
11 to 12 years old, no more than 3 hours alone.
What was that?
11 to 12, no more than 3 hours.
And I'm FaceTiming you every 5 to 10 minutes anyway. So,
thank God for technology.
Yeah,
because back in the day, you got the rotary phones and got cords. You can't do the FaceTime.
You couldn't do anything if you left that house. Pray to God you get home.
Yo, I pray to God you get home.
I mean, because how there was no way to check. Yeah. We outside.
Well, now you got iPhones. You tracking locations.
Oh yeah, we tracking locations.
That's why I said thank God for technology.
Yeah. We getting alerts. I'm FaceTiming you the whole way.
So 13 to 15 may be left alone all day.
Yeah, because you're grown now. Like, let's stop.
Okay. And then 16 to 17 may be left alone all night or over the weekend.
16 to 17. Yeah. Because by then we should be phasing into adult.
Okay.
You driving at that age, you want us gone just as bad as we want to be gone. We done earned this. We can't wait.
Can't wait for you to get old enough to leave your ass
we
in the
can't
house.
wait. We can't wait for you to get old enough to stop crying. There's levels to it. Like, I can't wait for her to be able to talk.
Then they got a short guideline for babysitting. So 13 years old, they can babysit children for up to 4 hours. 13 can babysit children up to 4 hours.
Yeah, and what age group of children?
It doesn't give an age group. It just says may babysit children for up to 4 hours.
Babies,
it don't give me.
All right. Yeah, not infants and all of that. Children are considered like
14 to 15. They can babysit 4 hours, but not overnight. No, it says over 4 hours. I'm sorry. 14 to 15 can babysit over 4 hours, but not overnight. Because then it says 16 to 17 can babysit children overnight or over the weekend. No, it doesn't say what age, but you ain't leaving no 6-month-old.
And that's like, again, that's a general range. I agree with that. Every kid's different. You know your child. You got some 17-year-olds you not leaving home because he a stone cold or she a stone cold snickhead. You not leaving them home. And then you got some 8-year-olds that you be like, no, you cool. I would leave you home for a week. Bills would get paid. Everything be cool. Like. Matter of fact, you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll let you be in charge.
Now you got a couple years on me. So like, what were you doing when you started being left home alone? Like the first time you got left home alone, what you was doing?
Playing, going in my parents' room, looking through shit I shouldn't have been looking in. Me and my sister used to fight all the time. It wasn't no, like, you knew not to, you know what I'm saying? You knew not to go to the door. Like, you knew what to do and what not to do at that age. But, like, we didn't do anything crazy. Like, I remember my mom be like, don't call, unless somebody bleeding or the house burned down, don't call me. Because at that time, you used to, like, it wasn't no, like, you had to call the job all the time. So you arguing, which is y'all calling your mom work phone 800 times.
All the time.
All the time.
I called so much, they knew me by neck clear. Hold on, I'm going to get your mom. Hold on.
Your mom work phone out.
Honey, I went to the job one time for like
You
bring
don't
your
even
kids to
got your
work
pop,
day.
Your pop like, bro, all right, whatever.
I went to my mom's job for bring your kid to work day, and as soon as I started talking, they knew exactly who
They're
I
like,
was
oh, yeah, we
because
know
they
you.
heard me so many times calling from my mom. It was crazy.
Me and my sister had wars in the crib by herself. Like,
Soon my mom answered, "Mom, she did it."
Yeah, fighting over everything. Listen, we laugh about it now.
It's funny now. One funny thing, but it's funny now.
But we used to, the remote control war
Oh my God.
was
not
the
remote
craziest war that me and her had. Like, it got to the point where you would wake up early, get the remote, put the remote in your book bag.
Yo, y'all petty over a remote.
Yeah, like
that's some petty. That's some petty
like because
stuff.
whoever had the remote was king, like or queen.
It was
so
serious.
the remote was like a serious thing.
I see.
We
wasn't fighting over remotes.
Oh yeah, we was fighting over everything. We love each other now, but me and my sister used to gang war over every single topic.
Now you're the only boy.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 2 sisters.
Well, I have a sister. So
let me say 2 sisters that I know of. I don't.
Yeah. So
not singling no siblings out. I'm going off my memory.
So my older sister, she's my cousin actually.
Okay.
Right. But we grew up in the same household.
Okay.
Like she grew up with us. So it's not my sister. She's more my sister than my cousin.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So her kids is my nieces. It fluctuates between them being them calling me uncle and then like it's crazy dynamic, but they look at me like an uncle. You know what I'm saying? So like we legit, like our whole childhood grew up together. So that's my older sister. Then I got a younger, my actual biological sister. Mm-hmm. Me and her used to gang war all the time.
Okay.
Because it would be times when Tanya, my older sister, would go and be Pittsburgh with her dad's side of the family. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So she might go do a year bid up there. And then
a year bid?
Yeah, go do a year bid up there and then come back. You know what I'm saying? 2 years stint, then come back down. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But yeah, like we joke because like my parents' house was like a halfway house. No, seriously, like because everybody stayed with us at one point or another.
Okay. Like it's like a stopping point.
Yeah, it's like, like a stopping point. Like everybody that needed time to, get themselves together, save money, whatever the reason may be. So I remember everybody living with us. My aunts, my uncles, like my cousins, like everybody lived with us at one point or another. But like she was the main one that stayed with us all the time. Yeah. But yeah, but when she was there, like the energy, it's crazy how you can add a kid, remove a kid, and the energy is totally different. Mm-hmm. We not fighting, me and my younger sister not fighting when the older one there, like we all laughing and joking, dancing, bid, and all of that. It's only when us two together.
Y'all we
gotta go back and forth and, over petty beefs. So yeah. Those are the good old days.
Rivalry. Then y'all boy girl, so
exactly. I mean, listen, we used to be in the store, because we had the store together also. We had the spot out in Southwest, the breakfast spot. We used to be in that joint gang warring as adults in front of customers and everything.
That's crazy work.
That's nasty work, but because we got 2 different ways of seeing things, right? Mm-hmm. Even though we worked, it's crazy because like once we got that out, like because that was our first time really like being in the same space doing business together. Mm-hmm. So we had to work the kinks out with that. You know what I'm saying? So now we understand each other better as adults. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like we fully understand each other. And we ain't had no problems in a few years, like with nothing. We don't argue about anything. We don't have no disagreements. Like we talk to each other on the phone all the time. Yeah,
y'all little petty remote wars is over.
Yeah, them joints is over. Like
who won?
You respect you got respect for your enemy.
Who won? Who ended up winning the remote war at the end of the day? Like,
technology.
Okay.
Technology ended up winning that.
You said you put in
To
your book
another
bag.
TV.
You said you put in your book bag. I'll be petty and take the damn batteries out. Ain't nobody watching TV now.
Nah, yeah, somebody would just take that joint and have it all day in school. So when you pop up, whoever didn't have it would get home looking for that joint. And you just pop it out your book bag like, you looking for this, man?
Oh no, I leave it there and be like, you think you got the remote? I got the battery. So now what you gonna do? You can't do nothing about these batteries.
Yeah, my sister chased me around the house with an axe one time.
That's funny.
I had to lock myself in the bed.
It's funny now, ain't it?
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
You wanna know what ain't funny? Biden dropping out this damn race. Were you shocked when you heard? Because I texted you. I remember I texted you. I said, yo.
Yeah, like I had heard it like a little bit before you text me.
Mm-hmm. I know you did.
I was shocked. I was shocked. But
you wasn't surprised.
I was kind of happy that he did it.
Really?
Yeah, because I really felt like that was going to be an easy layup for Trump. With the way with the way Biden was presenting, with the stuff, like apparently people that spend time around him on a daily basis knows that this is something that's common. You get what I'm saying? Like he has a stuttering issue. He's talked about it. That's something he's worked on over life. You know what I'm saying? But as you get older, those same cues that you use to control that, you may not have the same faculties about you to control those type of things.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing about representing the nation that's supposed to be the most powerful nation in the world, presumably, you can't have a weak looking person
running,
doing that. You know what I'm saying?
And it seemed like he's just been diminishing as time has been going on.
So I respect it because that's hard to do.
Because if you would have got elected, you got 4 years to be doing this. And if you can't, make the stretch.
Yeah.
Make the stretch.
And I don't think, based on how the last few times played out, like with him with the falling and with the last debate and everything, he was going to lose.
You just seen the signs of.
Yeah, you could tell by the polls. The gap was crazy between him and Trump. Like, it was ridiculous. You got what I'm saying?
So you think people was like going to vote for Trump because they feel like Biden was incapable of running the office if he would have got in? Like he wasn't going to make it the next 4 years without,
It was going to, the people that were going to vote for Trump were going to vote for Trump anyway, right?
Right. But do you think that people that may have wanted to vote for Biden
they were just not going to vote?
Okay.
I feel like. So
by
he
default,
Trump was going to win.
So he lost votes. He lost votes by default. Not like, oh, he's sick, so I'm going to now vote for Trump. It's just, oh, well, he's sick. I ain't going to vote for nobody now.
Yeah, it's like he dead in the water. Like you just lose interest in it. You get what I'm saying? It's like, man, there's already an issue with term served. There's already an issue with the age in which the age that the people are that runs our political system, that are our political system, are old.
Right. Now, do you think that there should be like an age cap on presidents? Like, do you think it should be like, all right, if you 75 and up, you are not qualified.
You can't run for presidency anymore.
Like it's a cap. Like you cannot.
No, because every individual is different.
Yeah.
So I can't judge
based off age.
I can't judge what another. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Like I can't judge what that 75-year-old is going to do based on what I see this 75-year-old doing. Yeah, like
some people start losing some things earlier in their age, and some people don't.
Exactly. It all depends on genetics, health, your background, like what you do, what your habits are, all of that type of stuff. Like that, the cognitive part of us, the brain and all of that, that's a muscle also. You have to engage in. Now, not Biden is definitely engaged his cerebral part. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not just been sitting around his whole life not reading books and all of that type of stuff. And it's still caught up to him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. But again, I don't think there should be, I should think there should be a term limit. There is on presidencies.
Yeah, 4.
You get what I'm saying? No, 4 years, 2 terms. So they could do
okay.
Yeah, so they could do a total of 8 years.
8
so
years.
even if Trump got elected again, he can only do 4 years total. You know what I'm saying? And then that's it for him anyway, because that's his second term.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he shouldn't even be in this position, period. Like, he shouldn't even be able to be in this space with like, what? It's crazy.
No,
it's absolutely crazy.
I was thinking about this on the way up here, right? And you know, I know a little bit about Kamala, Miss Harris's background. You know, I know a little bit about her background, right?
I know the bare minimum.
Yeah, like I know that she went through the political system. You know, they usually start as lawyers. Yeah. They go through the justice system and then they get into politics. Like that's the play usually. Like you serve justice and then you go political. Trump, first I equated him to like, he's like the equivalent of like LeBron going straight to the league, something like that. But that's not even, Trump's the equivalent of like somebody that never played the sport going straight
to the field,
straight to the pros. Like, bro,
because how did he get?
Yeah, it's like, oh, dude, you see somebody in a Wawa. You ever play football ever in your life? Like, forget professional. Like, have you ever touched the pigskin and threw a ball? No. Okay, let's go to the NFL. You starting. Like, you're the starting quarterback on the Philadelphia Eagles. You don't even know how to spell football.
So Trump has never been in the chain of like.
No, I'm sure. No, now I'm sure he's donated to political causes, whatever agenda he wants to push. You know, he's rich enough to donate to politicians to get his agenda, you know, out to the forefront. Because that's, you know, I always said, when I get enough money, I'm gonna buy me some politicians. You could,
yo, what?
Best believe that.
Yo.
Yeah, like, because that's part of the game. That's how you get stuff done. And it's not so much buying them, but you donate. That's what it is, right? You have a lot of money. You donate to this candidate. You give this candidate $1 million and you say, listen, I'm going to give you this $1 million, but I want you to represent this thing. You know what I'm saying? I want this to happen.
So you're buying what you want. Basically.
Yeah, lower taxes, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Boom. And that's how this goes. That's like, that's how it is. So, I mean, I'm sure he's participated in that way, but he's never been elected to anything. He's never ran for anything. He just never went
straight to presidency.
Yeah, based on his
popularity and money and power.
His presumed business acumen is basically it, you know.
Built on a bunch of.
I mean, I don't know.
Has he ever done anything straight and narrow?
Only thing I know about Trump is Mike Tyson fought there. Like, that's where Mike Tyson used to fight at. You know, he had the casinos. People used to rap about him. You know, he was in real estate. Like, I mean, I know he was in real estate. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? But I know he's just as successful. Everybody fails their way to success, right? Trump has had a lot of failures.
Trump is a failure.
But so has a lot of other real estate people. You get what I'm saying? Trump has moved weird in some cases, just like some other business people. My thing with Trump is, ever since he was even an option, is like, would you go to a car mechanic to get your teeth worked on? Like, would you?
That was so like opposite.
Exactly, because Trump is so opposite of what the political structure was at that time. It's like, you really going to a mechanic for health issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like any opposite, pick anything that's completely opposite. That's what that was. And it still is.
Mm.
The only thing he has on his political resume is president.
Right. Nothing else prior to that. Like you said, wasn't she attorney, a lawyer?
Yeah,
get
like,
your notes out. I don't want to misspeak.
Listen, exactly. She was elected attorney general of California. She was elected attorney general of California in 2010. She was reelected in 2014, right? She was 27th district attorney of San Francisco from 2004 to 2011. She served as junior U.S. senator from California. She served as junior U.S. senator from California from 2017 to 2021. She defeated Loretta Sanchez in 2016 Senate election to become the second African American and first South Asian American to serve in the U.S. Senate. Her dad has an economics background. Her mom has a cancer research background. She went to Howard University. I mean, just based on that, she's been doing it.
Yeah, she has a background in like the system and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so she knows more than he does, who just been somebody that's been donating money to other people, and now he wants to run as a president, or get in a lane that he has no knowledge of. Like,
now again, that's what I was saying in 2016 because I really thought that mattered. Like, I really thought that mattered.
I guess.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, this person actually does politics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when they're in the room with other countries and they know how to move within this political space, because it's not just us that they have to deal. They have to deal with the world.
Mm-hmm.
They know these relationships. They know how these people move. They know what to do, what to say, what not to say.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that mattered. Doesn't matter. Like, my man came in and just was like, we doing whatever we want to do. Y'all paying for this. Y'all ain't never rocked with them before. Well, we rocking with them now.
I just think people that have money, they can just skip a lot of steps. Like, they don't have to go through the chain to get, just like we talked about before.
Yeah,
like some people could just be spoon-fed.
Money talk, bullshit walk. Like, right? And that's the advantage. That's what everybody wants money for, is the shortcuts money provide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at that because I want those same shortcuts provided to me. I'm not mad at that. It's what you do with the shortcuts. It's how you use your shortcuts. Do you use your shortcuts to affect people in a negative way, a positive way, or a neutral? Like, you don't have to mess with people. Like, you could just get your money and keep it pushing, take care of your family, do what you gotta do, and just focus on you and yours. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta jump in and try to affect other people's lives because you are able, just because you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people that can work from home. I used to always say, I mean, just because you can work from home, I mean, you should. Like, you working from home all week. They like gave you an option for once a month. You at home all week. Like, eventually you're going to get cooked for that. Just because you can don't mean you should.
Leave us work from home employees alone, okay?
Like that, but that was pre-COVID. So now apparently that's different now. Everybody could just work from home.
No, because our lovely mayor, Cheryl Parker, has sent
back to work.
all the city employees back to work.
Like,
and they are pissed about it. They are pissed about it. Like, they is complaining about the space. And I just heard that there's like a lot of complaints from the city workers that are now back in the office. They're saying that people are on top of people, office is crowded.
Yeah, because listen, I've heard the best way to expose a dirty glass is to put a clean glass right next to it. Once you give gave people a taste of what life can be when you don't have to like we can get this work done. We don't gotta go
come in the office.
Exactly. So now you back in it like, man, you outgrew it mentally.
Mm-hmm.
So now you looking around like, this shit trash. I don't want to work here.
Yeah.
Like, I was cool, you know what I'm saying, wherever I was at. I was in the park, at the Starbucks, at home, walking my dog.
Taking a nap.
Whatever, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I recommend everybody at one point in your life, like, try to do something to where you have control over what you do during your day. Like, where you're not obligated to somebody all day long. It's nothing like it. Like, whether it's own a business, whether it's like, I don't know, like, just figure it out. Like, it's nothing like it. Even if you just do it for a little bit and then you go, it'll change your even if you go back to a 9, like whatever, even if you go back to a 9 to 5 after, a couple years of trying to be an entrepreneur, it don't work. Like, it changes your perspective on life. Like, you just realize there's more things possible.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think that if you ever, because you always worked like like you've always had to go to work. You've never had a work from home position.
No, not as an employee of something,
So do you think
my
that,
work
like,
from home was always my own place.
So do you think that if you had the type of job where you were in an office, COVID, you've been home, working from home for a couple of years.
Even with me having to go to, I'm sorry, because even with me having to go to work, I was never at work anyway. Like,
what?
I just.
You mean don't say it on camera because I know what you do, but you mean like your job now or?
Hey, like man, I got 4 phones in a bed. Call me, I'm local.
But man, anytime I talk to you, you at work.
Yeah, like because right, because this is my point to what I just said. Right, when I left work and became a business, an entrepreneur, a business owner,
right,
I realized how effed up of an employee I was.
Okay, perfect example. So you went from working, somewhere for somebody to your own business to back to working for somebody. Now, how was that adjustment for you going from basically being your own boss to now going back into a space of answering to somebody else? I guess that's more so what I could ask you because you don't work from home.
You got to know a leader is also a good soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, with the only reason I'm able to even go back to work is because I don't really have anybody telling me what to do.
Mm.
So it's a little different for me. Like, I'm still moving
the way you want to.
Yeah. So okay. I'm just now getting a W-2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still moving how I want to move.
You still got somebody to answer to.
Huh?
You still got somebody to answer to.
I still got to be somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but as long as I'm there, I'm not answering to nobody. I move, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own thing during the day. So
you are not helping my case. Like, you are just,
I'm the wrong one for that listen, I'm the wrong one for the 9 to 5. I'm I'm a very independent person. So even my 9 to 5s are independent.
Now, again, without saying it on camera, because I know what you do. Now, your Monday, Tuesday,
in the weekends and all of that. Yeah, that's different.
That job is a little
obligation.
Different.
Yeah, that's obligation. That's
you have to be at your thing for your
all the time.
Yeah, ain't no moving the way you want to up in there.
But it's still a freedom to that because that's a creative space.
Yeah.
So you still gotta listen. Listen. Okay, the show start at 12:40, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be there at 9.
Mm-hmm.
9 to 12:40, unless we got features or something that we gotta shoot on, like whatever side projects we got going on, eating breakfast, shooting the shits, watching The Price is Right, playing video games.
But once the show starts, you have to be there.
Yeah, but that's not work. Again, that's not work. My whole thing is like, okay, if you get my physical, you're not gonna get my mental. If you get my mental, you're not gonna get my physical. You're not getting both.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a thinking job. I got to think, but it's not physical.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a more physical job. Thinking, but yeah, it's like you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Is whatever.
Now I'm a little different. I work from home, but I do still have to report to the office 1 day a week. Now that 1 day a week is enough, but the difference is I got hired at my job during COVID. I actually got hired at my job, like, I think as soon as COVID broke out, when they were just sending everybody home.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally got hired at my job like literally when COVID broke out. So when I started the job that I'm at now, the job that I was at before the job that I'm at now, I was working in the office and they were just starting to send us to work from home. So I was working from home for like maybe, I want to say 3 weeks before I transitioned and accepted the job that I have now. So when I went to the job that I'm at now, I never went in the office. They actually mailed all of our equipment to our home. And I did all my training and everything there. I didn't even meet the people that I work with on my team for a whole year. I never knew what they looked like or nothing. We always had team meetings on, Teams or, whatever, or Skype or whatever. But I never met them in person till like a year and a half later. Because we always work from home. And then they implicated this whole come in the office 1 day a week thing, which I'm cool with. Listen, don't try to push no more than 1 day a week because that's enough for me. I personally prefer to work from home. I don't really like being in the office only because I don't feel like getting up and socializing with people. I like to be left alone when I'm working.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want people see me. People like coming to my desk and talking to me, which is fine. I don't mind it, but sometimes it just be like a distraction when I'm in work mode trying to get something done.
Mm-hmm.
And now here comes somebody want to come talk and have a block party. And like,
because that's 1 day out of the week. So your habit is to be by yourself. It's hard to.
I'm home. I don't got to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
Like, I could just sit and do my work and not be bothered unless, the team is Skyping about something or, other than that, I mute that. I ain't trying to read that
now, stuff. Okay, so I left my 9 to 5 right before COVID. Opened up the store, booming. Then COVID hit, changed the world.
Mm-hmm.
But like during that time, when your whole day is really just what you decide to do with your time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the most I've ever read. Like I was just able to really change my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like really change my whole vibe on like how I looked at life, what I was absorbing, like subconsciously, meditating, working out. Like it really, like I was able, even though it was the busiest time of my life, I was still able to slow down, like spiritually and mentally. Like, yeah, like I was able to like just absorb different information that I wouldn't have absorbed if I was still just working a 9 to 5.
Right.
Like I said, it changed the way I saw myself. So when I came back to the work world, I was more communicative, right?
I know what you're trying to say.
I could communicate better.
Okay.
It's not looking at it like it right now, but yes, I can communicate better.
Yeah, I'm crying.
I was more engaging because I had to be. Like I was running a business. Like you have to, you learn customer. Yeah, like so that's what I mean. Like it should change how having that time to yourself, if you use it wisely, it should change. But this is the thing, right? This is what I also learned. Because working people have a tendency to think like this. If I wasn't here, I would be able to do this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something. You can do everything you want to do. It's about time management.
Yes.
If you work a 9 to 5 and you have an idea that you want to execute on and you keep telling yourself, if I wasn't here, I would spend all day doing my thing to do this. And you don't go home after your 9 to 5 and utilize the little time that you do have to yourself on your business, your craft, whatever you trying to learn or grow, you're not going to do it if you have 24 hours and no job to do it. Trust me, you haven't built up the habit of working on something. You're not going to do it. 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 You got to work your way up to that. So if you stop telling yourself that if I wasn't working here, you would have all day to bullshit around and not get nothing done. And I guarantee you, you'll get up and go look for another job before you actually started working on the thing you wanted to grow. I guarantee you, 9 times, it might be one person, because I can't hold everybody to the same standard, but I guarantee you, the average person, if you was to quit your job today with no plan, just said, I'm going to do this, like, if you haven't been doing that already, you're not going to do it.
You're not going to be motivated.
You're not going to do it. The proper process should be, unless it's like something that you had, like with the restaurant, like it was kind of like on a time frame, so I kind of had to bust a move. And like, how you going to learn how to run a restaurant? You just do it, right? But like, after I bust that move, it was like I got mentors and everything. Like I got mentors and like, you know, like my whole vibe changed. I was learning from actual business people because now I'm a businessman. I got to learn business. So it was like, yeah, it's like, don't quit your job without a plan. Don't quit your job emotionally. You get what I'm saying? Honestly, if you don't gotta quit your job, don't quit your job.
Right.
You getting rid of an income. Right. I realize now, like, I don't have no problem working because I could do everything I want to do, and without, why give up that income? You get what I'm saying? Like, why give up that income? But yeah, like, whatever business you try and go, whatever little plan you try and run that you trying to quit your job for, do one bill at a time. That business should be able to pay your light bill first. Get that steady. Like, all right, this joint constantly pay my light bill. Right. All right, let's see if it can also pay my gas bill, right? And then let's see if it can pay another bill. And until it can pay all your bills, you should still be working. Right. And then even then, if the time you spending at your job doesn't affect the money that you making at your hustle, why leave your job? That's why I say working from home is easier, because you have more flexibility to do other stuff on the side. You home. Yeah, you home. Like, time is everything. Rich people buy all their time back. That's all this money thing is about. You spend time to get money so you can buy your time back, so you can do the things that you want to do. You outsource all your things. You automate everything so you can have your time to yourself. Right. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, working from home is great for me in multiple ways. But, like, I do the editing of these videos. I can do it at home when I'm working, because I have my work laptop and my work computer next to my personal computer, where I may be working on the side, but over here I'm editing this video. If I had to go to work every day, I wouldn't be able to get the editing done as efficient as I do now, because I'm home. I'm able to do it. She puts all my crazy thoughts in one cohesive thing and makes it look good. Because I be all over the place sometimes. So I can multitask at home and do multiple things, including my actual job. So that's why, for me, working from home is a little more beneficial than having to go into an office, you know. But yeah, Tom, listen, well, before we wrap this up, I'm gonna just, because this is important to me. Like, it's a lot of things that I know we talk about a lot of like people and all that type of stuff, but it's things that's way more important to me than this. Time is not money. Money is money, and time is time. Time is way more expensive than money. Money come and go. You can't get time back. Use your time wisely. If you use your time wisely, the money will come. That's what I'm saying. Like, use your time wisely. So if you got 9 to 5, you want to grow something, when you get home, you're going to be tired. That's the sacrifice. You're going to be tired. You still got to do it. Right. You still got to do it. Right. So, you know, we was tired today. We still did it. Right. So, let's do it. And I think that's it. We're going to end on that note. Listen, he done left us with some good. Because that's what I care about. Like, I want everybody to win. Liz left y'all with some jewels, okay? Something to think about. Yeah. I want everybody to win, man. Check you out. Yeah. I love that for you. I love that for y'all. I hope y'all receive that in the name of Jesus. Because that was some good stuff. Stuff that I learned from other people. So you sharing it with her, I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I love y'all. And that's that. So until next time, I guess, you know. It is what it is. This has been a Hip Hop Diner. Deuces. Thank you for tuning into another episode and allowing us to serve you here at the Hip Hop Diner. You can catch us on all streaming platforms and be sure to follow us on all social media platforms at the Hip Hop Diner. And make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe on YouTube.